Okay, times are hard, money is tight, but you gotta get a game to play. You got $10 to spend in the eShop. What are you gonna get? I've got about 10 of what I think are some very, very good options I think you should consider. What's up guys, welcome back or welcome in for the first time. If you are new here, do me a favor, jump down in the description, click the link to our Discord. We'll see you in there after this video. All right, let's get this video started the right way with a short hike. Not an actual hike, the game. It's like 20 degrees outside, no. This game, just like the name, is pretty short. When I played through it the first time, I had it done in a couple of hours, but to be honest, the map, the open world style map, it's kind of like a mountain. There's a lot to do on this mountain. I didn't go do all of those things. I kind of went straight to the main story. I did do a few of the side quests here and there. Most of what I did was the main story because I just wanted to see what happened when you got to the top of the mountain. And that is what this game is about. You start at the bottom of the mountain and you have to get to the top because what you're trying to do is actually get cell phone reception so you can call your mother. Now, as you go along, you're gonna meet all kinds of different characters, which all are pretty great, honestly. But the way that you get to the top of the mountain is you collect these feathers. The feathers are gonna give you the ability to not only climb higher, but you can also flap your wings more. So you're going to be able to get up the mountain either one of those ways by, as I said, getting the feathers. The more you have, the more you can flap your wings, the more you have, the more you can climb. It's a pretty simple concept, and there's several different ways of getting these feathers around the island. But like I said, this game is really good. It's a lot of fun. When I first saw it, I really didn't even care about it because I didn't like the art style so much. And I still don't really like the art style that much, but the game is so good that I can look completely past it, and I definitely recommend you do the same if you do have a problem with the art style. For $8, a short hike, definitely a game I recommend. All right, next up for $5, you can't go wrong with Among Us. We've been playing this game in Discord on Friday nights since it came out. Actually, before it came out. I was playing on mobile at one point, and then we got the surprise Switch announcement, which was completely unexpected, but something they did add with the Switch version was controller support, which to me is a game changer. Now this game is cross-platform, so you can play with everybody who's on mobile and PC all at the same time, no problem at all. But let's say you don't know anything about Among Us. Let me just give you the rundown real quick here. You and up to 9 of your friends are on a spaceship trying to complete tasks. Secretly, one or two of you is what's called the imposter. The imposter is gonna go around and try to sabotage your tasks and, you know, maybe mess up your communications, turn the lights off, and also go around and eliminate all the players before they can get their tasks done. But as bodies are discovered, people will report these, and then you'll go in, everybody will start talking, you know, pointing fingers, you can vote people off. It is a ton of fun. There's multiple different maps, and it looks like they're about to put another one out as well. So, like I said, for $5, you really absolutely cannot go wrong with Among Us. All right, the next game I want to talk about for a game under $10 is Doom 3. Now, some people might say, no, you don't want to play Doom 3, you want to play 1 and 2. And you could get those for $10 too. You could get both of those together. They are $4.99 a piece, so if you wanted those, you could do that. The difference between Doom 1 and 2 and Doom 3 are really the pacing. Doom 1 and 2 are a lot more fast-paced, while Doom 3 is a game, it's a lot slower, the enemies are a little bit harder, and you do actually need to be able to aim a little bit better in this one too. Either way you go with this one, you can't really go wrong. Doom 3 is kind of a reboot of Doom 1. They pretty much have the same story. As I said, Doom 3 is a little bit more slow of a pace, so it depends on really what you're looking for, but I would say either way you go with one of these for $10, really fun games on the Switch. And when it comes to Doom 3, I think the graphics actually hold up pretty well. For a game that's at this point pretty old, it looks decent. All right, the next one I want to talk about is PartTime UFO. Now, when this game was released, a lot of people just kind of shrugged it off to be nothing, but this is a very, very fun and addictive game. So in this game, you play as a UFO. You've got a little claw hanging off of you, so what you do in this game is you go around to your part-time jobs and you stack things. That's pretty much it. Most of it's based off physics, so while you're trying to stack things, you have to make sure that, you know, something's not leaning off the side and it all falls over. Sometimes you've got to balance things. It's all based on physics, but at the same time, it is very, very simple for anyone to pick up and have a ton of fun with. And another good thing about this one, it's also multiplayer. So I do recommend taking a look at PartTime UFO. If this right here is something that looks even remotely like something you might like, I would say just go ahead and get it. Each part-time job has about 3 different tasks. So not only is this a very fun game, a good price, it's also got a pretty good amount of content. So PartTime UFO, check it out. All right, so the next one on this list I want to talk about, it's a little bit different, but I did want to try to get, different stuff on this list, so there's something for everybody. And I'm talking about The First Tree. This one is all about the story. Not a lot of action at all really in this one. It's more of an exploration type game. Some would call a walking simulator, but the character you play is a fox, and you're trying to find your family, but at the same time, the story is being told by a son who is trying to reconnect with his father. So yeah, there's a lot going on here, but I think this one's definitely worth giving a chance. So this one's all about the story, but another thing this game has going for it are the visuals. This game looks very, very nice. So great story, great visuals, awesome price. If you're looking for something to, kind of just sit down and relax with, it only takes a few hours to play. The ending is great. Definitely check out The First Tree. All right, this one's on the list pretty much for me. I'm probably gonna take some heat for this in the comments. I don't care, it's fine, because I just know there's somebody else out there besides me who remembers going to the arcade as a kid, sitting down in that Daytona USA arcade game and just having an absolute blast. I know you're out there. So the closest thing you can get to that on Switch is Speedway Racing. Now, Speedway Racing is not, it's not quite Daytona USA, but like I said, it's kind of your only option for something like that on the Switch, and it's decent fun. I'm not saying it's the best racing game out here in the world, but if you're somebody who really liked that old Daytona USA game, I think there's something to enjoy here for sure. To be honest, there's not a whole lot to say about this game. They have a bunch of sponsors in the game that look like they're real things, like there's signs and cars that look like they have Subway emblems on them, but they're not Subway. There's a bunch of stuff like that in the game. It's very weird. But again, it's decent fun. I actually made a full video on this game a long time ago when it came out. I'll link that if you guys want to check it out, but I really just put the game in, tried it for the first time. I was really hard on at the beginning of the video, but as I kept playing and kept playing, I did end up having a lot of fun with that game. And I still go back and play it sometimes even now. So if you're looking for that style of game, Speedway Racing's one you might want to check out. And if you really like it and you think it's something that you're going to enjoy, they actually have other packs of that game and another one that's like trucks. I think they have that one and one that's some off-road racing too. So take a look at that in the eShop. If you do decide you want to get both, you can buy those bundles and save a few bucks. Okay, so the next one is a fairly recent game, and man, does it look good. The visuals are really, really nice, and I'm talking about Red Out Space Assault. This is one of those on-rail style Star Fox-ish shooter games. If you like Star Fox, you're gonna enjoy this, especially for 10 bucks. I mean, the story, yeah, it's not that great. It's okay, but there is voice acting throughout the whole thing. There's actually no animations of the people, but it will just pop up a little picture of them as they're talking, so you can continue to do what you're doing and not have to worry about reading, so that is nice. Story, eh. But I mean, do we play these type of games for the story? Not really. This is more about the gameplay, and the gameplay is good. Again, I know I've said it, but this game plays a ton like a Star Fox game. But there's also a lot of customization options you can do in the beginning of the game to your ship. As far as like the paint job, you can definitely change that into all kinds of different things. You upgrade your armor, you can upgrade your shields, you can upgrade your missiles, your other weapons, you can upgrade your hull. There is lots to do in this game. For 10 bucks, if you're looking for something Star Fox-like, I can definitely recommend this game to you. Okay, so I've got 2 more for you here, and this one is kind of a weird one because it's actually not out yet. So I don't quite know about this game yet, but I'm very interested in it and I wanted to talk about it. It's called A Glider's Journey, and this one is basically that. It is a physics-based glider game. It's got minimal controls. From what they say, an awesome, very calming soundtrack, which sounds great to me. 15 different levels, and they say it's very easy to pick up for anyone, but it is very, very difficult to master. And I do like these sort of games. For me anyway, this looks like one of those games that I get into and just cannot stop playing for days at a time. So as I said, this one's not out yet, but we don't have long to wait. If you're watching this after March 1st, then it is out. And if you're wondering how it was, I am definitely gonna be picking this one up. So I'll leave a pinned comment down below and let you guys know if it's worth your $9.90 or not. Okay, last one on the list. This one doesn't technically belong on this list, but I'm putting it here anyway because it's so awesome. The original price of this game is actually $12.99. So it's $3 over our $10 mark, but it's on sale all the time. And I'm talking about Donut County. This game is awesome. Not only the gameplay, very, very simple. You start out as a little small hole on the ground and you move that hole around and things just fall in. And as they fall in, the hole gets bigger. And before you know it, you're swallowing entire buildings and cities and cars, and it is a very, very satisfying game to play. Not only that, the characters, the humor, every other aspect of this game is amazing. There were times when I played through this game the first time, I was actually laughing out loud reading some of the dialogue between characters. Just the way they talk to each other and the way that everybody interacts in this game, it's so good. I love all the characters' personalities. I love the gameplay. The way the story's set up is, it's just a very cool game. So for $3 extra, if you can find it, if you can cross that $10 mark, just $3 more, I definitely recommend checking this one out if it looks like something you're into. I mean, I know, obviously, moving a circle around on the ground and swallowing stuff up isn't a game for everyone. But as I said, I tried to put something for everyone on this list. If there is a game, which I know there is, there's lots more. If there's a game that's not on this list that's under $10, I know one of them will be Shovel Knight. I didn't put it on this list. That's also a good one. Check that one out too. But if there are other games that aren't on this list, under $10 that you need to tell people about, leave comments below. But guys, that is gonna do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a like, make sure you are subscribed, and we'll see you in the next one.